You wake to the roar of 50,000 Romans. Their voices thunder through the Colosseum, hungry for blood, and it's your sweat they'll taste. This isn't a legend. This is your life. Every scar on your skin, every bruise on your bones, is earned one brutal fight at a time. Can you survive another day in the arena, or will you be another nameless ghost in the sands? Welcome to Refound Legacy, the only place where history puts you in the sandals of the forgotten. Ready to find out if you'd last a day as a gladiator? Hit subscribe and step into the Colosseum. Your story starts now. If you want this tailored for other titles, just send them my way. You're 11 years old the first time you see a man die in the sand, not just torn open. His ribs gleaming, blood soaking the Colosseum floor. The crowd's roar thunders through your bones. A wall of sound as hot and unforgiving as the midday sun. But nobody's looking at you. Why would they? You're just another street kid. Barefoot, dirty, father vanished, mother sick. Running wild in Rome's crowded slums. That day hunger drags you too close to the games. You clutch a crust of stolen bread, watching, hypnotized. The man in the arena is not much older than you. His sword shakes, his eyes dart. The victor smashes him down. The crowd howls for blood. It isn't until later you realize this could be you. 3 days later, your world cracks. Your mother coughs her last breath. The landlord tosses you into the street. The only thing left is your legs and the hunger that gnaws at your insides like rats. You're caught stealing dates in the market by a thick-armed man with a scar, running from his brow to his cheek. Want to eat? He growls. You nod, eyes wide. Want a roof? You nod again. He laughs all teeth, then fight or die. And just like that, you're sold. A slave, but not just any slave, a gladiator's slave. The Ludus training school stinks of sweat, fear, and blood. They shear your hair, scrub you raw, toss you a tunic so rough it chews your skin. In the courtyard, men fight with wooden swords until their hands bleed. Get up, a trainer snaps, jabbing your ribs. No food until you train. So you swing and stumble and spit blood. Food is beans, barley, and dry crusts. See if you're lucky. Water is lukewarm and tastes of iron. The other boys eye you, half-starved, half-dash wild. Your first lesson, the only. Thing worse than fighting is losing. The only thing worse than losing is being forgotten. The days bleed into months. Your hands harden, your back knots with scars. You learn the rhythm of the Ludus. Wake before dawn, run until your legs burn. Swing a wooden sword till your arms go numb. Trainers bark in Latin and Greek, cursing and mocking. Again, slave. The others become your rivals and your brothers. There's Marcus, quick as a fox, who swears he'll see the sun set over the sea. Cassius, broad-shouldered, who never cries, not even when his nose is broken. Nights are the worst lying in your straw. Muscles aching, the snores and muffled sobs of other boys filling the darkness. You dream of the Colosseum, of cheers and jeers, of blood and sand. You wake each morning and think, maybe today I survive. You're 14 the first time they send you into the practice ring with real steel. It feels heavy, cold a thing. Meant for killing, not playing. Your opponent, a Gaul, bigger and older, sneers. Ready to die, Roman rat? You barely dodge his first swing. Move, slave. The trainer shouts. The Gaul's blade nicks your cheek. Hot blood trickles down. Sticky and terrifying. Something snaps inside you. Maybe it's hunger or fear or the stubborn memory of your mother's voice, whispering, live. You fight back, cockward, desperate, but enough. The match ends with the Gaul's blade at your throat. Good, the trainer says, almost. Smiling, you lasted longer than most. That night, they give you a scrap of meat in your gruel, a reward. Your body toughens, your skin thickens. You learn the styles secutor, murmello, threx, retiarius, helmets, shields, nets, tridents, each with its own weight and curse. You learn to fight as a team. We watch your back in the ring and the barracks, the lanista. The owner reminds you, you are my investment. Win and you live. Lose and you feed the sand. Hope is rationed like wine. Men dream of the wooden sword freedom given only to champions. Others just hope. For a quick death, you make a promise to yourself. You will not die forgotten. You're 17 when your turn comes. The morning is cool, but sweat already slicks your skin as they lead you through twisting corridors toward the light. The crowd is a living beast, hungry and impatient. Remember your training, Marcus? Whispers, his eyes wide. You nod, but your heart is thundering, mouth dry as dust. The portcullis rattles open. Sunlight stabs your eyes. The roar of 50,000 Romans slams into you like a fist. You step onto the sand, breath shallow. You can smell the iron of old blood, the animal stink of the waiting beasts. Across the arena, your opponent, Retiarius net and trident. Nimble and smiling waits. The signal sounds. You raise your shield, feeling its weight drag on your arm. The crowd jeers. New meat. But you focus. The Retiarius circles, flicking his net, you lunge. He dodges, his trident flashes, scraping your side. Pain blossoms. Fight. The crowd screams. You remember your lessons, watch his footwork. Bait the net. You feint left, he throws the net. You duck, catch it on your sword. Rip it away. The crowd gasps. Now it's just you and him, steel to steel. You trade blows, sweat blinding, muscles screaming. The trident slices your thigh. What? Swing your blade, catching his arm. Blood spatters the sand. He grins respect in his eyes now. You fight like a demon. Every moment a coin toss between glory and death. Finally, with a wild swing, you knock the trident away. Pin him down, you look. To the editor, the game's judge. The crowd roars. Thumbs up, dash mercy. You step back, chest heaving. You've won, but victory is a double-edged sword. You drag yourself to the barracks. Wounds burning, head spinning. The healer pours vinegar over your katsugoni. You bite down. On a strap, refusing to cry out. Nights are spent nursing bruises and memories. Other gladiators slap your back, call you a champion. But you know better. Tomorrow, another fight. You live for the moments, the cheers. The flash of respect, the quick embrace of your brothers in arms. But always, there's the threat of betrayal, the whispers of bribed referees, the ever-present shadow of death. You see friends fall, Marcus laughing until the end. Cassius, silent, gone in a blink. You win, you lose, you bleed. You start to wonder what's freedom, a wooden sword, or something you carry inside. Years blur together. Scars multiply. Sometimes the crowd loves you. Sometimes they forget your name the moment you fall, but you keep fighting, 'cause it's all you know. One night, after a victory, the lanista calls you over. You've earned it, he says, holding up a wooden sword. Freedom, if you want it. You look at your hands, at the scars, at the faces of the new boys just starting their journey. You take the sword. The crowd cheers, but you don't hear them. You hear your mother's voice, soft and proud. You walk away not a hero, not a legend, but a survivor. You live with the ghosts, with the memory of sand and blood and sunlight, and when the nightmares come, you whisper to yourself, I survived. I mattered. Click for more lost stories. Imagine if this was your life. What would you fight for?